prioritization as a leader with a team.
Okay.
So we talked a lot about setting priorities in our own life and living that out. How do we do that better as a leader with a team? And what are some of the things that we should be prioritizing over others? I know every leader's got different KPIs, different teams, different industries you're in, but there may be some common things we need to keep top of mind. So what, from your perspective, what do you see as some of those main things?
I want to build off some great points that you were making before, and let's build a bridge to the team. I think we need to set the standard. We need to model this behavior. If you're a leader, you can't look at your team and say, I want you guys to have work-life balance, and you don't do it, because they're going to follow your lead.
Right.
So let's make sure that we're modeling this. I think we also need to set sort of parameters around some of the easy things. Let's agree and model as a leader that we're not going to email at 8 o'clock at night, that we're not going to send an innocent email at 10 o'clock on a Saturday, because the justification we both hear is, well, I don't expect anybody to respond, but you and I both know if you're on the team and you receive an email from your boss, you feel obligated. You'll look at it and you'll probably respond. So set the standard, be the model, and set parameters around easy things like email, communication, stuff like that. Also letting people know that you expect them to have a life outside of work. All of you on my team, if you're a leader, they need to hear you say, I know you've got life events, you've got things that matter, I know I do too. We will talk openly about that. I will make sure that you get supported to go do what you need to do. I expect that support, and you're going to get it from me as well. Those are some easy things, table stakes, I think.
Yeah, and I think if we're a people leader, just by the nature of the title, people leader, one of our priorities should be our people.
Yes.
So I had this interesting 360 interview. It was for a client of mine that I'm working with. And so I was interviewing not her direct report, but her direct report's direct report. So skip level, 2 levels down. And this person, I interviewed this person, and she said, oh my gosh, my client she said, she's amazing. I really don't have anything critical to say. She's really, really great. But the thing I do have to say that's critical is more about our culture of our company. And this is what she said. She said, everything is great here until there's a fire or there's an emergency. And then the first thing we do is we cancel all meetings, particularly one-on-ones, to attend to the fire. And she said, well, that kind of makes sense. But then 3 weeks will go by. I wouldn't have spent any time with my manager. I finally have my meeting with my manager and update my manager on what I've been working on. Turns out it's not what they want me to be working on. I've been working on the wrong things, new fires emerged. So you can kind of see how this becomes a vicious cycle. So I do think, and you and I have talked about it before, in addition to setting those boundaries outside of work, make sure you're protecting that one-on-one time with your team. I mean, when you schedule 10 a.m. with Susan on Tuesdays, stick to that. It's really, really important. It's an opportunity for you to not only be there and coach and support, but also to help them focus on their priorities. Because part of our job as leaders, or at least from our vantage point, is to set priorities for the team.
Right.
And everything can't be a priority.
And you have to look at it, time is a gift. And one of the things that you're doing when you cancel a meeting, and it's epidemic in the companies we work with, you're basically taking the gift away from the team. I had a gift here for you, but I'm not going to give it to you now, because time is a gift. Everybody wants some meaningful time with their leader. But the other thing I would also just kind of point out to piggyback on what you said is, I think it's important that leaders not only have clarity around their own priorities and be good role models, but also be curious about the priorities of others on the team. So one of the things we want to be doing in our one-on-ones is yes, set the priorities for what the team needs to work on, but I also want to be just insatiably curious about what matters to you. I want to know what really is on your aspirational list, and how can I make your aspirational list the reality list. So I want to know that you've got you're coaching your daughter's soccer game. I want to know that that's important to you, so I can support that and make it happen for you.
It's funny, Randy, you say that, because I can't remember the title of the book, so I'm not even going to try. But it was a recent Malcolm Gladwell book. Not Malcolm Gladwell, Marcus Buckingham. And Marcus Buckingham had written this book, co-authored with another person. And in there they talked about a piece of research studying the best managers. And they found the best managers asked 2 questions at the beginning of the week of each of their direct reports. What are your priorities for the week? Which is exactly what you said. How can I support you?
Love it.
Which is exactly what you said. So we've got research folks to back up exactly what Randy said. I mean, and it's that simple. It doesn't have to take long, 20 minutes. It's a 15, 20-minute call to at least start the conversation.
But doesn't this go all the way back? Everything comes back full circle. getting leaders to do what you and I talk about, what we try to do, which is we're pretty clear about our why. We want to do work we love, make a meaningful difference, and we want to enjoy the journey. So if leaders are going into battle every day, knowing their why, their purpose, why am I doing this, and what are my priorities, and that enthusiasm comes out of them with their team, and they know that they too can really live the right priorities, the business will take care of itself. You can't make it 99.9% about KPIs and metrics. Those things matter. We have to run our businesses, but we also need to make sure that people are happy and healthy and engaged.